With thousands of European citizens fighting in Syria and Iraq, some countries in the European Union are cracking down on would-be jihadists. Some citizens have been arrested before they depart for foreign battlefields, and countries are vowing to arrest those who come back. CCTV's Jack Barton reports from Brussels.
Belgium's law courts will now be the first port of call for citizens who return after fighting in countries like Syria or Iraq. 46 members of a radical Belgian Islamist group suspected of recruiting and sending young men and women to Syria will also stand trial later this year. Counter-terrorism officials estimate about 3,000 Europeans are currently fighting or have fought in Syria and now Iraq, and that of that number, about 300 have already returned home. Last month, a French national who had fought in Syria killed 4 people at a Jewish museum in Brussels.
Those who will come back will really pose, for some of them, real security threats.
The president of the Belgian political party, Islam, disagrees.
Above all, the youth are ready to rehabilitate themselves. They are ready to have normal lives, get married and have children, to live in peace in society. But we are not giving them any opportunities to do this, or live normally, because there is no political goodwill.
Bakali Tahiri supports the crackdown on recruiters, but says more should be done to lure the fighters back to Europe, and that jail terms will be counterproductive. A sentiment echoed by mothers of the jihadis like this woman, who did not want to be identified. She has 2 sons in Syria, one of them only 16.
There seems to be a willingness to come back home, but the next time on the other side or where they are now, they make them afraid of the possible consequences of coming back, such as going to jail.
But Belgium shows no sign of softening its stance, and other EU countries, including Britain and France, are now promising or have already introduced crackdowns of their own. Jack Barton, CCTV, Brussels.